Are you struggling to keep up with the accordion? The accordion is one of the most physically demanding instruments there is, and unless you really keep up with it, you can seriously injure yourself. In this week's video, I'm going to go over 10 of my favorite accordionist workouts and stretches that you can do right now at home to improve your physicality, your posture, your playing, all of it. Stay tuned. Hey guys, thanks for tuning into this week's video. I'm so excited to bring you this information because this is something that isn't quite talked about. Exercises for the accordion. Not technical exercises, but physical exercises. Stuff you can do for your body to ensure that you can keep up with the playing, because the accordion it's physically demanding, and unless you keep up with it, you can really injure yourself. I had to take about 2 years off and downsized to a smaller accordion. I had to go to physical therapy. All of it was a nightmare, and it could have been avoided if I applied some of the things that we're going to go over in this video. If you want to follow along, all you'll need is a resistance band. We can do all of this at home with a resistance band. If you have something like this, it'll work fine. What I would recommend is going on Amazon and getting a variety pack of these various resistance bands, and they have these hooks, and with these hooks you can attach various attachments. We also have these Velcro attachments for those who have trouble with grip strength. You could put something like this around your wrist, strap it down, and clip in with these little hooks right here. So we have something for everybody. I would recommend that if you experience any pain whatsoever, stop immediately. Not all of these exercises are going to be for everybody, but grab a pen and paper and make a list of the ones that work for you. Do those, and if there's any that are causing you any pain, maybe consider, consulting a physical therapist. Maybe you can work with them. This is all stuff that I learned from them, but I think it'll help you. So go at your own pace, go slow, don't force yourself, and slowly work your way up. If you feel that things are getting too easy, step up to a different resistance band, double it up. You'll be able to get more resistance that way. And why don't we jump into stretching? So the first one I like to call the rotational praying. You bring your hands down and get into a bit of a praying position. You want to hold it close to your chest, and you want to rotate downward slowly. You'll feel all that stretch in your forearms and fingers, and when your fingers are pointed up, the pressure wants to be down. When the fingers are down, the pressure wants to be up. You can extend this into your fingertips and you'll feel a good stretch right there. And this is something I do all throughout the day. It keeps the hands, the fingers, the forearms, all of that feeling really good. The next one is called doorway field goals. This is where you kind of assume the touchdown position, extend one leg forward, and lean into it. You don't want to lean into it by rounding your back. You want to keep your core engaged and really feel that pull in the middle of your back. You want to keep your hands flat up against the wall as you do this, and hold it for about 20 seconds or so before switching sides. And again, 20 more seconds, and you'll feel a really good stretch. This section of my apartment allows me to do more of a horizontal door stretch, and I can even get a little bit lower and do almost like an underhanded door stretch. Again, hold it for 20 seconds and switch legs. Do another 20 seconds, and you'll really feel a big opening in your chest by doing this. The next one is called the loaded nerve glide. For this, you'll want to find a surface about waist high, put your palm face down on it, and slowly turn away, and you'll feel a big stretch in your chest, your shoulder, your bicep, your forearm, all of that. And you want to lead with the same leg that you're using on the same side as your arm. In this case, it's my left side, and I'm leading with my left arm. So do this maybe 10 times before switching to the other side. Again, leading with the same leg as your arm, and turn into it. Do this about 10 times. You can go back and forth 3 times or so on each side, and you'll really feel a nice opening in your chest, in your shoulder, your arm. This is one of my favorites. The next one I like to call the extended turn down. You extend your arm straight in front of you, turn your hand down and with your other hand apply pressure for about 15 to 20 seconds. Next one is extended turn up, same exact thing, just bending your hand and your wrist up. And the next one is a hinged turn down. You have your arm hinged at the side, turn it down for about 10 to 15 seconds, and again, hinged up 10 to 15 seconds or so. This next one is called the kneeling overhead stretch. You'll want to find a surface that's about a foot or two off the ground, and with your thumbs up, arms extended, feel a nice stretch in your upper back. With this, you don't really want to round your back. You want to keep your core engaged the whole time, and you'll really feel a deep stretch in your upper back. And you can try various different heights and positions and find something that works for you, but make sure those thumbs are up, arms are extended, and again, you really don't want to round your back with this. You want to keep your core engaged, and you'll really feel a deeper stretch when you perform this. And the last one, number 10, is the sleeper stretch. You want to support your head and bring your arm out about 90 degrees in front of you, bring it up towards the ceiling at about 90 degrees, and with your other hand, slowly bring it down, feeling that deep stretch. You'll feel this all throughout your shoulder, your tricep, your back, and this is one of these stretches that it hurts a little bit. You don't want to go too far with this, but over time you will be able to get it lower and lower. The goal is to get this as low as you can, and you can actually get it to the ground. As you'll see with my left, I'm able to really bring it down and get close to the ground with that. It seems to be that your dominant hand, you carry a lot more tension in it, and it's just a little bit more tougher to get that side down. So slowly bring it down, and even on the release, I find that the release is like this, like it kind of hurts a little bit as you go to release it. So just be careful, take it real slow, and you shouldn't have any problems with it. And you'll notice too with both of these, if you bring your arm up a little bit, you can stretch it differently. You won't be able to get it down as far, but if you bring your arm down a little bit further, you should be able to get it even lower. So you can play around with this and find a spot that feels good, but I try to keep it directly off to the side at a 90-degree angle, and that seems to work best for me. If you guys are enjoying this video, give it a quick like. That way more accordionists will be able to see it and benefit from the information that we're going over. So while you're down there, if you don't mind hitting that subscribe button, that would be awesome. That would be a big help for me. That way I can help you, and we all win together. A whopping 69% of you guys, 69% of you guys are dining and ditching. You're not even signed up. So just do it, it's free. That would be awesome. I'd love to have you next week, and click that bell so you can be notified when next week's video drops. So yeah, that way you guys can see it. So why don't we hop into the next section? And onto the workout portion. This is called the overhanded banded pull apart. You'll grab the resistance band in front of you, pulling it across your chest, making the shape of a T. And with this, you'll want to find a nice challenging band that gets you fatigued about 10 reps in, and if it's too easy, you can double it up and feel more resistance that way. But do 2 to 3 sets of these, and again about 10 reps or so. For all of these exercises, we're going to want to challenge ourselves to do about 2 to 3 sets of 10 reps, and we do want to get close to fatigue. So if this is too easy for you, if some of these are too easy, switch bands and find something that is challenging. And the next one is called the underhanded banded pull apart. With this one, the range of motion is a little less extreme. We want to isolate the movement and keep our elbows somewhat stationary. And as you can see right here, I'm checking myself in the monitor. We want to keep this nice and even from left and right. We don't want to be up too high on one side or lower on the other. Nice and even, controlled contractions, and you really want to focus on pulling your shoulder blades together. You're going to feel a nice burn after just a few of these, especially at a good proper resistance, and you don't have to go far. You don't have to do big movements to really feel it. And the next one is called the disco. You'll hold your one hand down by your side, by your pocket. Hold it nice and firm as you diagonally pull across to the other side, doing almost like a John Travolta Saturday Night Fever type of move. And this is really going to work your posterior chain, strengthening everything diagonally in your back. Do 10 reps, switch to the other side, and continue. For this next one, we need to mount our band at a mid-level height, so I took a flathead screwdriver and popped up the pin in the door hinge. You can get this in the Amazon pack that I'm going to recommend. You can use this and put this in the door, but basically this allows you to take your resistance band and mount it at a mid-level height. This next one is the standing row. You'll want to stand with a nice wide stance and pull the band towards your midsection. This is targeting your lats, rhomboids, mid and lower traps, and you'll really feel a nice stretch as you pull your shoulder blades together. 10 reps, 2 to 3 sets. And the next one is called face pulls. We'll want to mount this higher up, about eye level, and slowly pull towards the middle of our head with our arms coming out at the side. We want to really focus on bringing those shoulder blades together. And again, this is very similar to the last one, but this is working more of the upper back. And the next one is called the internal rotation. It helps to have a handle for this. You want to start at about 90 degrees in front of you, going across the chest, and you'll really feel it. This is getting the front deltoids, and as we switch over to the next one, doing the external rotation, this is focusing more on the rear deltoids. This is something that can be done at the gym on a cable machine, but this was something I did a lot during the early stages of my physical therapy. So do both sides and then switch over to the other side and do the opposite. This next one is the overhead band pull apart. We want to raise our arms above our head, put tension on the band, and slowly pull it down just behind our head. And with this exercise, we want to focus on keeping the band directly behind our head. We don't want to overextend like that because that puts our shoulder in a compromised position. So just focus on keeping it behind your head. And again, with this, 10 reps, 2 to 3 sets. And this next one would be helpful to have the handles, although I lost the second one of mine, so I'm modifying by putting it between my middle and ring finger, and it does the same. This next one is called the bent over reverse fly. This is really going to help with posture. A lot of the times we're sitting at our desks, we're hunched over doing our tasks throughout the day, and this is really going to open up that upper back and help us with better posture. So bending over, hinged at the hips at about a 45, we want to bring this out as far as we can and go from there. And number 10, the lateral raise. We'll put the resistance band under our feet again, grip it diagonally, and slowly raise our arms up to our sides, engaging our core as this really works out the shoulders, the upper back, and the core muscles. Again, we'll want to do this 10 times and 2 to 3 sets. So how was everything? Leave me a comment down below and let me know how you did. If there was anything that was a little difficult, anything that was too easy, anything that I may have missed, some stuff that you're already doing that I have no idea about. Drop a comment down below and we'll open up the comment section as a community tool so we all can learn even more beyond this video. And speaking of community, I'd like to thank my Patreon members. If you want to head on over to patreon.com/squeezingthanks. Plenty of cool things to check out there, behind the scenes, early access, giveaways, lots of cool stuff. So thank you guys so much for being a part of this video. Until next time, peace.